In the quiet village of Oroko, nestled between the green hills and the whispering river, lived an old man known as Podje. His back was bent like a question mark, and his hands were tough as the bark of a baobab tree. He was thin, with a bent back and long fingers that looked like dry roots. His sandals were worn, and his clothes were faded by sun and time. Yet every evening, just before sunset, he would carry his long tapping gourd and climb the tallest palm trees in the village. The villagers would gather to watch him. His body moved slowly, but his hands were steady. He tied the rope, wrapped his legs around the trunk, and began the climb with a rhythm that echoed a song only the wind could understand. Some pitied him. Others mocked him. "Oh, this old man still walks like a youth," said a woman selling roasted maize. "If he had used his youthful years well, would he be suffering now?" another murmured. Among those who often watched him with laughter was Durojoye, a sharp young man who ran a small digital cafe in the village. He had smartphones, solar panels, and a strong online presence. He always said, "I don't sweat. I click and earn." One night, Durojoye was walking home after closing his cafe. He passed by the path leading to the river when he saw a figure struggling under a palm tree. It was Podje. He had fallen, not from the tree, but from fatigue. The old man was trying to lift his tools, but his hands trembled. For the first time, Durojoye didn't laugh. He rushed to help him up. "Boba, are you alright?" Podje looked at him and smiled gently. "Oh, my son. My bones complain, but my spirit is strong." Durojoye was silent. That night, he couldn't sleep. He kept hearing Podje's words in his head and seeing the wrinkles on his tired hands. The next morning, Durojoye went to Podje's hut, bringing food and water. "Boba," he began, "didn't you work hard when you were young?" Podje smiled, revealing a few missing teeth. "My son," he said, "I was once like the wind. I farmed from dawn to dusk. I fought in the village wars. I built houses with my bare hands. But life is not always just. When the river floods, even the best fisherman comes home empty-handed. I saved money, then came sickness. I bought land, then came a land thief. I trusted people, then came betrayal." He paused and looked at Durojoye's eyes. "But I never stopped working. Not because I'm poor, but because work is my offering to life. The palm still gives. Why should I stop receiving?" Durojoye was humbled. That day, he posted Podje's story online, adding his photo and a simple message: "This man worked for a nation that forgot him. Let's remember him." The post went viral. Youths in the city, abroad, and across the state sent money. Some offered to build him a proper house. Others wanted to visit and learn palm tapping. But Durojoye had a greater idea. He created a mobile app called Hands of the Ancestors, a platform where people could support elderly artisans, farmers, and workers like Podje. It connected tradition with technology, honor with help. The village changed. Elders were no longer seen as burdens but as keepers of wisdom. Some were hired to teach their crafts to schools. Some were given monthly stipends from online donations. And Podje. He became a legend while still alive. But seasons change. One morning, Podje didn't come out to tap the trees. Durojoye visited his hut and found him resting peacefully, his hand holding a staff engraved with the words: "I came, I gave, I endured. Let my hands be remembered." The village declared a day of rest in his honor. Under the tallest palm tree in Oroko, they built a wooden statue of him, rope around his waist, gourd in hand, eyes to the sky. And so, the story of Podje was passed from one tongue to another, from village to city, from firelight tales to podcasts, teaching all who heard it that hardship doesn't always mean failure. Work is not just for survival, but for purpose. Our elders are not to be forgotten but honored. Moral lessons. Never judge someone's present without understanding their past. Hard work may not always bring riches, but it leaves behind legacy and dignity. The elderly deserve respect, support, and remembrance. Use your gifts, digital or traditional, to uplift others.